Welcome back to Henry's Garage. In this episode we're working on installing the boot and the lights. We get the lights working, so good progress. Also do a little bit at the front, but not a lot, and I've got lots of wiring issues in here. They're all old and crusty and seem to improve with a bit of usage for some reason, but we're going to have to keep working around the car to get all of the lights working, but I think we've got the back all sorted now, which is good. So I hope you enjoy it, and I will be back with an episode shortly. Okay, so this boot was taped down when I got the car, and I had been told that everything was inside it. Nothing was, so I've had to buy second-hand lights because you can't get them anymore, and this is the best I've been able to find. And you can see here, this one is cracked. If anyone could tell me how I can fix that, I would be keen to know. This one has got a crack in it, but at least it's all there. I've got, for the boot, a new slam thing, a key, and some side lights, or reflectors. Are they lights or reflectors? They've got the connections in there, so lights. What's door handle for elsewhere? Bonnet boot stays, so this is to hold it up. And what have I got in here? And lock. So I don't think I actually need this. I think I've already got that on there. Yeah, so I bought something I didn't need. Oh well. So, two brackets. So, these go in here, up there, like that. But I need to make mill bolts for them, and I don't have any, or at least none short enough. The only 8 mils I have, I don't mean 8mm, I mean M8s. These super long things, that's the shortest I've got, and I've only got a couple of those. So I'm off to get some from the local hardware shop. Okay, so these are in. These are M8 bolts. The ones that go in here are actually M6s. So I've used these, which are a bit short really, but they're holding it firm. And this now opens and shuts quite nicely. Okay. Problem is, in doing it, I managed to catch my corners. So we've got quite a wide gap there. It's not too dissimilar here. But it's not even along the back, so I need to pull this forward a bit or push that back a bit, so I'm just going to do some adjusting now. And it doesn't really sit all the way down, which I'm not sure why, but it might do when it, I guess, if I have a thing in there. Anyway, okay, so that's all working nicely. I used 2 5mm drill bits to measure the gap, so except for those couple of bits with which I'm now going to have to touch up, but then there's a lot that needs touching up. That's there, so I think we'll do the door lock next. Okay, so this comes down and locks into place, unlocks. The only thing is I haven't got this fixed in place. The key isn't fixed yet. I need to slide this in here somehow. I'm not quite sure how one's meant to do that in order to hold it. I don't particularly want to drop it. And so I can't get it out again. So I'm trying to work out how one is meant to do that. Okay, so one's meant to do it from there. We'll see if we can make that work. Yeah, that wasn't too hard in the end. So, shuts, unlock, shuts, good. See if these actually work. So that should lock it. Yep, so that'll come up. That'll lock it, and there we go. Cool. Right, so I don't have the lights, I don't think, for the number plates, so I'm going to need to order those. But we'll see, well, we'll do the rest of the fixings and then we'll see what I have to order for the rest of it. Okay, so those are on with their gaskets. Something doesn't quite seem right to me though, because they would only fit on the one way around, and where is it? Somewhere on here, which I can't find now. Ah, here. There, so that says LH, which I assume means left hand side. But clearly I've put it on the right hand side. And similarly this one has RH, but I've put it on the other side. And that's because it lined up with the holes, the screw holes better. So you can see from the inside, where's my light gone? Oh, you can see from the inside, it means that the wires are coming in from, in both cases, from the side, which does make some sense. So if anyone can tell me if those are the wrong way around, that'd be great. And as I've said before, so this screw isn't in at all because that's so cracked, and the one on the other side here isn't doing up because it's in such damaged condition. So how can I fix this, or if anyone has a source of where I could get a replacement for it, that'd be great. I bought 6 of these, but it looks to me like I need 8, even though everything I looked at said 6, but I can't see how only 6 go in. Okay, I'm trying to work out the wiring back here. So this is back right. So if we look here, number 110 is the rear flasher, right hand side lamp. Okay, that should be green and red. I have no green and red. I have a green and brown, which I believe is for the reverse light. So let's find reverse light. GN 98. There we go. So that's the reverse light. Okay, so that's 98. Alright. I've got a red and blue, and red and blue goes to the fog lamps, which, well, I don't have. I have a solid red, but when I look along here I can't find any solid red. 24 is the tail lamp,
Right, so tail lamp would be this one here. So 24, no, tail lamp would be this one here. So red must go, oh, I've already got something in there, green and purple. GK. No, GP 100. Right, hang on. Which one's the stop lamp? So this is the tail lamp. I got, okay, so let's take that out. Put this one in there. Okay, so that's maybe got some of this side, and we know where that one goes. No, see, is this red or red and white? See, that looks like it's red and white actually. Yeah, that's red and white, not red. See, I'm just totally, oh, sorry, this is really badly filmed, but totally baffled. I can't work out what goes where. And then if I look at the other side, it is more or less just as bad. The thing is, the light green, which we see on the other side, is connected, or was previously connected to this. So that went in here. But the green and red, according to my diagram, goes in here. So I'm very confused about what goes where. So I think the only way I'm going to be able to do it is actually connecting up the battery and try some switches and see if I can get anything coming on. I refuse to believe that the one marked RH goes on the left hand side and the one marked LH goes on the right hand side. So the first thing I'm going to do today, before I try with the electrics again, is take those off and swap them around. I'm sure they must go the other way. I've swapped those around. I don't know why they wouldn't fit yesterday, but they do today, so that's good. I've also done some work behind to try to get them wired up, and I think I have them in the right place. So if I switch on the left indicator, it's not flashing, but we have a left indicator. If I turn on the right indicator, sorry, the left, the other one was the right, okay, it's not flashing, but it's on. So that would indicate the indicators are working. My wiring for the black, for the reverse lights, I could follow, so I knew what that was. I had the right colours for the tail brake light, which I haven't tested yet. I need to work out how to do that, given I haven't got any brakes in, although it probably is just a case of making sure the button is either pressed or released. So we'll have a look at that. I might need help to test it though. So that leaves me with just the tail lights, you know, to indicate that I have my lights on at the back. I'm going to set you up on a stand to show you. Okay, I've switched my headlights on. I don't know why this one isn't working. It suddenly just stopped just now. So anyway, so I switched that on. And as you can see, we've got no lights on at the back. Over here, on this red wire, like that. You can see I've got voltage. So it's there. When I connect it on here, I don't. If I pull the light out, same test. And I do. Now, okay, so I changed out my connections here, tried to work out what was wrong. Eventually, I switched the bulbs around. The problem is the bulb's gone. So I'm just going to put some tape around these now that they're exposed, and then put them back together. Right, so I spent a lot of day, actually I got my covers arrived, getting those on and making them look okay. So that was done. And then I went and dug out my lights that I could find. So with these on, the indicators have started working on this side, including at the back here. That's very nice. When I flip over to the other side, it's going a lot slower. Now I think that's because the side light, this one here, isn't working over there. And so I think that's why it's not going so quickly. So I need to try to tidy these up, because they are a bit of a mess, and the wiring is really, I mean, if the wiring moves at all, they stop working, which isn't great. But they are getting more reliable with time, so maybe it's just, I don't know, wires that haven't been used for a while need to burn it off in some way. The other thing I've dug out is these are the so these bits here go, these bits go in the bumper, the front bumper, and then these bits here go on the side like that. And they must have a gasket, which I don't have, and they also get a light in them. But if you have a look at this, so this is very similar to the ones I bought for the back. Here's an example. These are the ones for the back. But I'm missing my terminals. So I've got no terminals here, broken terminals there. So I don't know if I need to just buy new. Those actually exist still, so I could, much like I have for this. And then I also need to, I mean, the wiring for them is just completely haywire. It's been cut and recut and rerouted and all kinds of stuff going on in there. I mean, and so I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get them working. But I got those to deal with as well. Okay, I've taken the extra wiring off, both of these, and I might need to tidy it up a bit more. But they then work, because you just have power coming in one, earth out the other. Simple circuit, isn't it? So those both work. I now need to work out how to connect them onto the car and into the wiring loom, and what's been done there. I know that this light here works, and the one on the other side isn't. Now I don't know if that's, and I know it's not the bulb, so it's the wiring over there is the problem. So I'm going to try just cleaning it and seeing if that does the trick. If not, I might have to pull it out, which is a pain because it runs along the wheel arch. But I might have to pull it out in order to try to get it working. So this is difficult to show you, but I've taken the bulb out here. I leave it there. For some reason the flash has stopped, but if I let's check to get the right one. Yeah, so when I connect up like that to the positive side, I'm seeing 8.7 volts. There we go. Okay. So that looks good. When I put in the bulb, and I do know the bulb is good. I see no volts. Yeah, none. So that means that somehow this bulb is shorting that circuit, which I don't really understand. Start it again. Okay, it's the next day. Now I know I'm jumping around a lot, but I'm just trying to see what's easy work and what doesn't. And I thought I'd start looking at the rear brakes, trying to understand why they don't come on. So the stop lamps are number 100, which are here. If you follow these back on the green and purple to 99, that's the stop lamp switch. So I take that to be the little button that's on the brake pedal, which opens up when you press the brake in. So it's normally, this shows it, well, this shows it as closed, but that must normally be closed, so it doesn't get, oh, that's interesting. Anyway, oh no, probably the closing of it opens this up, closes this off anyway. So it goes along there. Okay, and I follow this along. It comes from here with number 50, and number 50 is the hazard switch. So I'm going to take the hazard switch off and take a look at it first. Okay, so here we have the hazard switch taken off the car. First thing I can say is there's no bulb in here, which it should have. Let's put this to the side so that we can see it. So on 51 we have a bulb that goes to earth. Okay, well this does look very grotty in here. I would spray some contact cleaner on, but I'm out. Maybe that's a reason to go and get some. Right, so light is at the top. which way was this in? So that would then touch the light. I can't decide. So well, I'm not sure. Don't know if you can see here, but this is broken across there where it's held here. So at one point we want them touching, and in the other we don't. I'm going to review the video, see if I can see it. Okay, reviewed the video. Looked to me like the solid bit was across the top. That's how we're going to put it. Right, now do I need a bulb in there? Interesting, how does a bulb go in there? Because when this comes back, that's the off position, and then that's the on. Right, I'm going to try it without and worry about it afterwards. Well, they're simple to take apart, clean up and put back together. Let's see if it's made any difference on the car. So I was not getting power, it wasn't the switch that was at fault. You can see them all going, except for the one on that side still. But it wasn't the switch at fault. I ended up having to take the fuse box off again, and the connection back here was poor. Which I'm going to say is just terrifying, that everything is such a poor connection. I'm now thinking, do I need to take all of these out and clean them up? We're making some progress because we've got one tail light on, so that's not brake light, that's just a tail light. This one isn't. So that side is getting a full 12 volts. This is only getting 4 or 5. I've tested the light against the battery direct and it works. So I need to somehow trace this red wire back to wherever it goes and see if this red wire here, which just, you know, goes straight into the loom, so that's going to be easy. Let's see if I can work that out. And we have them both working. So the red feeds to here. It then feeds along through to here, to this one here, and that then feeds back into this fuse, this 35 amp fuse. So I gave all those connections, ow, oh, something's hot there. I gave all those connections a bit of a clean, and that sorted it. Now my 50 amp fuse, this one, keeps going, and at the moment I've only got a 30 amp fuse in there, so I'm sure that will burst again in a bit. I need to work out what the issue is there, but for right now we've got the tail lights. So, oh, look at that, and those have come back on as well. So it's working on either dip or beam, but not the other. So I suspect I've got more problems in my fuses. We've now got side lights at the back, both sides, and all that complaining I did about some of the previous wiring, I went and replicated. Now that I've got here, I understand why it was there. So these don't have the gaskets yet, I need to buy those, but it's coming on. This is the brake light switch, which when I had it on the car, whether this was in or out, was always showing connectivity. Now, we would expect it, well, I guess, yeah, if it's out, we expect connectivity, because at that point it's going to pass power to the lights. And so what we want is it to go when we press it in, because it's then pressed against the pedal. You depress the pedal, it releases this, and it's not coming back. So I might need a new switch, because this one is really ropey, but it might be okay. So I cleaned it off a bit, and there's something going on in there. But we'll try putting it back on and see if it works better than it did previously. And that's done the trick. That's got the brakes working. Okay, good. So we've got everything working at the back, apart from I haven't tested reverse lights, and obviously I haven't got fog lights coming out at this stage. And so we're going to stop this video here. Okay, I'm going to stop here. It's all I've got time for. I'm given that I've got, as far as I'm concerned, these lights all working. I mean, obviously I haven't tested the reverse lights yet. I'm pretty pleased with progress and how it's going, and so I'm going to end on the high. Do join me in my next episode, and thank you to everybody for your comments, your likes, your subscribes, and the people that help me out. The simplest things really are encouraging, and so, you know, any comments really does encourage me, so thank you very much. And I hope you all come back next time. Right, bye.